Wow, it literally looks like I'm smothered in makeup, doesn't it? I'm not. I'm not. I like this. It must be the light. My face is like a delicate blob. Look at this little, yeah. Yeah. Coming just right on cue. He might sit between my legs. We might be able to reach a compromise. I love you, Gizzy. But he is literally relentlessly wants this spot. If I dare sit here, he just sits next to me. He was just sitting faced away from me like he's waiting for something. But he's just expects movement from me. Just sits and looks at me. Right, where am I at? What do I want to deal with? Look firstly at the bentness of my head. This hat's literally like, how to put it on fucking virtually sideways? Like that to a straight head. And I put my head like, but now it looks straight on my head. But I like how the black, that's how they do it in cartoons, isn't it? With a big twist. You can see the underneath and the thingy. And it looks like it's on sideways, but it's not. It's just bizarre. Like, shut up, Michael. They don't really hear about your fucking bent head. Well, actually, maybe they do. There's the fucking two of us now. Fucking my little sister. I messaged her yesterday and got chatting to her again. So I hadn't spoken for a while. She fucking loves it when I just walk around going, you're going to pick that up, are you, Michael? Well, I was considering it, Michael. Well, you know, Michael. I was just basically, I'm about 4 or 5 people that start arguing with each other about who they are and I am. And I said that to me, didn't I? It just gets really bizarre. But she encourages me, so I do it. Making girls laugh is like, if I've got a girl in stitches, I will just keep fucking doing it. I fucking love that shit. I fucking buzz off it. I just love making girls giggle. And they love to be made giggle. And once they're in giggle mode, they're almost pleading with you, with their eyes, keep making me giggle. So you just keep doing it. And they're probably laughing at a lot at your just total stupidity. But I don't care. It's a big thing for me. I'm a natural. Anyway, right, down to business. Because, like, I don't want this to seem fucking horrible, because it's not really, but, like, fucking, don't fucking assume that I'm ignoring you and just say that to me out of the fucking blue. Your question was a little bizarre, I have to say, but I did answer it politely. But you're fucking lucky. Because don't do people's thinking for them. There's a bit of therapy for you here. I'm not going to name or shame or anything, but I replied as I thought the question was bizarre. The fact is, I was about to go on my decks when I read it. I remembered reading it, and I forgot. That's what happened. I don't then like just an accusation that I'm ignoring you. With a thanks, like a passive-aggressive load of shit from someone I barely know. That's not the way to conduct yourself, mate. It's not. You're angry or whatever, but what you did was you did my thinking for me, and that is actually, I'm going to use that. And there's a bit of therapy for you called Where's the Evidence? Where's the evidence? There was no evidence. It was you decided it. There was a paradigm. And you probably didn't even have to think about it. And that's the kind of shit that I'm on about with being schizotypal. That is an example of it happening. Like, there was no thought or word said, just the fact the message has not been replied to, the conclusion is I'm being ignored. The only evidence for you being ignored would be to hear me talking to someone and say, such and such messaged me, fuck that shit, I'm ignoring him. Because the thing is, it's incredibly close to trying to tell me what's going on in my own mind. And the last 2 people that have done that have got a fucking mouthful. A proper fucking mouth. Don't you fucking dare tell me what is fucking going on in my fucking mind. Don't you dare tell me what conclusion I've made. That's what I normally get like. And I didn't get like that. I just answered your question. Because I'm trying to not be judgmental about what was going on for you. But I won't tolerate too much of that fucking shit. Seriously. I won't. And I will not be told what I'm doing when I'm not doing something. I'm as forgetful as fuck, and I have no responsibility to reply to anyone's messages when they come out of the blue from someone I don't really know, that I have to like reply promptly. You know, I like to keep my mental health shit on here. This is where I do my mental health shit. And sometimes people use Messenger and whatever, and I'm starting to think, hang on, this is like, I'll talk to friends about mental health, but anyway, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen because a lot of people relate to me, and I will answer messages from people, but I'm no fucking expert. I've got my experience. I don't like people messaging me to moan about mental health services or complain and just be angry. And I don't like being accused of ignoring someone when I'm not. But you can tie yourself up in knots with that shit, mate, deciding what people are doing when you've got no evidence for it. Because that's literally what happened. And the best way to deal with that is just always imagine the simplest one, that they've forgotten, they were busy, all of that. Don't tie yourself up in knots deciding that sort of shit. And to the point where you get angry enough to send a passive-aggressive message about it. And when you get a reply, you don't reply to that. And now it's all awkward or whatever. It's like, mate, none of this happened. None of that happened. I just read a message when I was about to go on my decks and I forgot to reply to it. That's what happened. So that's where people, all of us, can do a lot. You know, this stuff I did years ago. It's, you know, work with the truth that you know. Work with the truth that you know. Like, the reason this CBT shit didn't work on me is because a lot of times there is fucking evidence. But a lot of the times there actually is, because of my fucking personality, and because I am the sort of person that people are like, fucking hell, you just don't fucking nut in. Because I've heard them over and over, and I've matched those people to the fucking faces that they were giving me before I heard them say that. Over the years, I have learned that energy. And so a lot of the time there is fucking evidence for it. People do want me to shut up. People do want me to leave. People will ignore me. So I have to try even harder to do that sort of shit. And, you know, we all need to do that. Don't ever decide that someone's definitely ignoring you unless you fucking know they are. That's literally, I can't say it any more simply than that. You know, the shit that I go through is more fucking complex than that. Like getting very fucking real, evidential fucking messages or feelings or whatever. And it's, you know, I'm aware of it, is the point, and that's what you need to be. You need to be aware of it, because the level that is at is a lot more simple, and you can save yourself a lot of shit. You can be angry with me if you like, and think that I'm an arrogant prick and I know it all and blah 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 blah, and that's whatever. But or you can look at it and go, actually, yeah, when have I actually decided that this is all a big fucking calamity? And you can put that sort of theory to the test more. And work with it. And I just, yeah, Google the phrase like CBT technique, where's the evidence? And read up on it and practice that shit, because it will save you doing bullshit things like that and getting embarrassed. I'm really speaking in a very general way, because it's a thing that a lot of people can fucking benefit from. But it was also a good example of a paradigm that we all do. We all do that sort of shit. This thing has happened. And then we just continue to behave in a way as if it has happened, as if the thing that we think has happened. So we don't receive a reply to a message, and we've seen that it's been opened. We've read it and not replied. That's the fucking ultimate insult. The most likely fucking event, particularly for me and for a lot of people that I know, and I had to learn this, because I used to go through this shit. Why are they ignoring me? It's like, how do you know they're ignoring you? How do you know they're ignoring you? And it's like, right, I need to reply to that in a minute, because I need to sit down, and particularly with me, with my communication, it's just a sad fact that when I'm on Facebook, I can reply to posts, because it's like, that's a groupie thing. And on Messenger, I feel different about talking sometimes. I don't know fucking why, don't fucking care why. That is me. So sometimes it takes a while to reply, and I say that to people now, because it's just about being honest. And it might seem weird, but it's like, I like communicating on posts on Facebook. I have a lot of chats on posts on Facebook. I think there is an element of fear from my own point of view, because sometimes people like, I don't know, you know, that's probably what it is, you know, when people say they haven't said that, and it's like, there's part of me wants them to say it fucking publicly in front of everyone, whatever you fucking say. Probably an element of that, I don't know, but that's just the way it is. And you know, there's something about sitting down and replying to someone specifically. You're speaking to them differently, I suppose, because when you write publicly, you know everyone's reading it, so it's more bantery. I think that's largely what to do with it as well. I can be more just me and my silliness when I'm doing public stuff and writing on threads. And then I've got no embarrassment or shame about anything. It's like everyone can see what I've said to you, and everyone can see what I've, you know, whatever. But that's just me, and that's like, we've all got our own little ways, and just, you know, just because you don't receive a reply, don't always think the worst. Or if you do, back it up with some evidence. Back it up with some real fucking evidence. Go, okay, question it then. Where's the evidence for that? Where's the actual evidence that he read that message and thought, oh, fuck him, or whatever it was that you thought my attitude was? You know, I'm quite fucking. I was quite annoyed. But this is me sort of managing my anger, and I don't know if you're annoyed or not. I don't even know if you'll watch the video. I don't really know you, to be fair, and I think that's why I'm sort of speaking quite objectively about it. You may do with this info what you will. It's good info. It will help you. And I don't want a big fucking drama conversation about it either. It's just, I don't know what I want from it. It was just a weird experience for me, and it's just one of those things that bugs me, and I just think, hang on a minute. Hang on a fucking minute. What? I need to I might need to shove something up your pretty little bottom, my darling. Let's see if there's one of those juice in there. There we go, that's alright. You lucky thing. Right. Yeah, I think that's it done. But like, it's something to be watchful of for everyone. This isn't supposed to be a nasty bitchy, and that's why I haven't named or shamed or done anything, or it's not something I'll speak to anyone else about. It's not a deal. It's not a deal or an issue. It's not a thing. But when it's just in my experience, when people are at the level of sending clippy little nasty messages, there's a lot of anger behind it. And please don't direct it at me. There's nothing to. I'm nothing to do with your anger. I didn't cause it. I'm not going to be responsible for it. And please take this message in the loving, kind response that I'm intending it to be, because part of me is quite fucking, which I need to just release and let go of the video, and hey ho, let's go.